What's happening? What's happening? What it do, YouTube? What it do? Hey, shout out to all my followers and subscribers, everybody that be giving them likes and comments. Appreciate y'all for real, for real. It gives me joy, man. Like to see people watching me and actually engaging with me while I'm doing this. Like it gives me motivation to make more videos and all that. So this is why I'm making this video right here. Um, just recently, I just left work. Um, First off, my name is Charlie. Charles, Chuck, uh, Charlie Hustle, Charlie Lowball, Louisiana Hot Sauce, Toast, um, many nicknames. Got many nicknames, you know? And they all are me. They all are me. Um, I work at State Farm. I also do photography and many other jobs. I do Uber Eats. I do acting on the side, all that stuff. So, and I do YouTube as well. So, uh, how did I get to this point though? It's been a journey. It's been a journey, and I've embraced it. It all hasn't been good, you know. I took the good with the bad, but you learn, you learn. And one thing I've learned is even in the bad times, I learned to assign positive connotations to it. You know what I'm saying? So like, if something bad happened, I look at what was my part in that bad thing. You know what I'm saying? How did I attract that? How did I make it happen? You know what I'm saying? What did I do to allow this? And how can I make it better? You know what I'm saying? Not it didn't even matter who else was involved, even though it does matter the people involved, because people matter, everything matters. You know what I'm saying? But as far as yourself though, like what part did I play in this scenario, and then how did I make it better? I say that because today is the 16th day of 2020. 16th day of 2020, and um, there's a handful, there's a small group of people that are doing very well right now. And I say, bravo, congratulations. Like, for real, for real. I salute all my folk that's doing good. And y'all push on, and I see some folks that's about to do some amazing things, some great things, and y'all keep pushing forward, breaking barriers, and setting the standard, raising the bar and everything. I really salute y'all. That's a small group of people that's doing that right now. I see it happening, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing. I like it. I like it. It gives me motivation to be better and push forward and level up as well. You know what I'm saying? So I like seeing it. But for the mass majority, they're struggling right now. Struggling. Whether it's sad, depression, uh, not financially secure, or don't know where to live, the next move to make, or next meal to eat. Like, it's some folks that's really going through it, and it's some folks that got jobs and going through the motions. Like today, I had to talk to 6 people. I just pulled them in a room. You know what I'm saying? Because we was done working. I work at State Farm, so we was done working. You know. And talk to some people. I talked to some people about they asked me the question. They asked me a question. They say you be smiling all the time. Like how do you be happy all the time, or even look it, or even fake it? Like it's even hard to fake being happy all the time. And I said, yeah, I'm not happy all the time. I'm not, but I know myself. I know what I'm worth. And it wasn't easy getting to that point. It wasn't easy. I'm going to tell you. Even recently, like 2019 was very hard. It was very hard. And it allowed me to go within. Even when times I didn't even want to. It was times I didn't even want to go looking within, but I had to. Just to find out what my purpose was, like why I'm here. And I found out that the only person that can make you happy is you. The only person that completes you is you. Once you get complete with yourself and know what you're capable of, trust me, it'll come to you what your purpose is. And I mean, 2019, I had a camera. I was like, man, I'm gonna go to this event, go to that event, man. Reached out to my friends, homies, my homegirls, you know what I'm saying? And they had their own cycles that they had to go through, you know? They're building their empires and all that. So the timing never matched up. And I never fought my friends. They still my friends to this day, you know? I just felt like, yeah, they doing their thing. Like, they either building their families or their wealth or their houses, you know, getting themselves right in positions so they can live comfortably. I can't hate on that. I never hate on it. But at the same time, it still left me by myself, right? And so I was like, well, I reached out, but I'm still going to go. Usually, I back down because everybody, I'm not going to go by myself. And I've heard stories being dangerous and all that by yourself, so I'm not going to do it. 2019, something inside me said, just do it, just try it. Push the limits. And I did. I met some beautiful souls on the way of doing it. Like when I went to South Carolina, I mean, I was by myself, and the drive back, 5 in the morning, because I had to be back early, because I had something to do the next day, so I had to be back. And it was hard, but I made it. And that just let me know that I could push the barrier. So then I did Florida. Pushed the limits a little bit more. See what I'm capable of. Went to Memphis, Tennessee. Then I just started traveling, you know, just pushing the limits. Not saying that that's everybody's purpose or job or anything, but what I'm just saying in my case or instance, it was times where I had to be alone to find my purpose. Like, I had to be alone. So sometimes being alone is not a bad thing, you know. Those are the times that you have to look inside yourself and be 100% real. Like, what are you looking for? What are you trying to do? What is your goal? What are you trying to build? You know, and it may not come to you right then, but you know what you're capable of or what you can do, because you do it often. You might do it every day, and it might not come to you, but you just gotta think about it. Like, I got homies that listen to music every day. Every day. Most of us listen to music, right? Because it calms and it does things, right? It can be very relatable and all that. Let you know that you're not the only one going through something, right? But as far as what I was saying? Oh yeah, the music. One of my homeboys found out. I was like, man, your playlist be dope, bruh. I got a homegirl too that got a dope fire playlist too. Playlist be fire. Why don't you put it up on the internet and just see what it do, you know? And lo and behold, like, even my DJ homies, they put their mixtapes up there and all that. They own versions of music, of how they play them and everything, and people download. People like it. You're gonna create a family of people that think like you and talk like you and can relate to you once you put yourself out there right there. You know. The group of people back to the people that I was talking to at work though. When they was asking me how I got happy and all that. First off, I took a step back. I took a step back from work. Right. I took some time for myself. I actually talked to a professional. Like, people look down on getting professional help. Like, if you can't associate a feeling with anything, like, all of a sudden you just walk in and you just mad for no reason. You want to throw everything. You want to hit somebody. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. Ain't nothing sparked that. Nothing caused that. And you can't figure it out yourself. You got to talk to the outside source. You know what I'm saying? And nothing better than a professional that looks at it every day and knows different types of symptoms and everything. Now, when they get down to prescribing medications and all that stuff. I don't know about that, But as far as listening to you, like um, my psychologist, she just let me talk. I mean, I can talk, but she let me talk, and just releasing what I have inside of me, it makes me figure out my own path. She really don't have to say nothing. She just sit there and listen to me. But she does give me professional advice after I exert all my rumbles and everything. That was the first thing, getting the professional help, seeing their point of view, right? Then reaching out to your close ones. That was the second thing, asking my family and friends, like, what do they think I should do, or what I'm capable of, because y'all know me for a long time. The people that know me, they know I'm a good person and work hard and all that stuff you're supposed to do, right? But at the same time, it's all mediocre. It's not fulfilling, So it just doesn't feel like this is the path. Like it feels like my purpose is for something greater. I don't think I'm needed here, even though I'm needed, but not as much as if I was in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, asked my family and friends, and they told me, yeah, man, working at State Farm is a good income, but that's not what you're supposed to do, dog. You know that's not what you're supposed to do. You like people and all that, man. Why don't you help people and start something that helps people and go from there. Like, build it up, and I'm pretty sure you'll be good at it, bro. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to help the old people. Help the elderly. Let me see if I can just volunteer. Do you know, for a week and a half, I couldn't volunteer for nobody. I'm just going back and forth trying to figure out, like, what going in circles, round and round. I'm just like, you know what? Now, a few of those days, I was just back-to-back days, I had got to run around. So then 3 days later, I was like, nope, I'm not gonna fool around with it, because I spent 2 days doing it. I'm not gonna do it. And I pick it up again the next week, try it again. I was like, you know what? I can't volunteer for a person if I'm not a CNA or a professional or part of an organization or anything like that. So, like, okay, it's hard to get with the old people. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I was like, nah, that's probably not my path. If it's this difficult, what can I do? What can I do? And let me see, where was I? San Diego. I was in San Diego, California. And one of my homies was like, where are you, man? Like, you just be popping up all crazy. You just be popping up out of the blue, man. Like, where are you at now? Like, you know what, man? You just need to just have a little show, man. Just talk about where you at. Because you be popping up in different places and all that. And it wasn't months and months and months and months until later. That's when I started the YouTube. But I had to build the courage up to get to this point right here. Because at that moment when that idea was presented, nah, I wouldn't have did it. Even though I can talk in front of a camera. I mean, I could talk in front of anybody, but I just felt like I was just too busy. Too busy doing this and that and this. Even though I kept coming up short, I'm like, why am I keep coming up short? I'm doing this and this and this, all of this. I'm working. They say work hard and you get rewards. But it's got to be in the right thing, though, It's got to be in the right thing. And I mean, so after I told my co-workers that I seen a professional, I talked to my friends and family, I said, then I went to the park. And had me some me time. And that's what I think most people need, is some me time, like some meditation. And some people are like, I don't know how to meditate. There is no wrong way to meditate. It's how it makes you feel. You know what I'm saying? It'll make you feel good. Like you just, even if you ain't even got time to, like how I did, go to the park. Like my coworker said, she got 4 kids and I don't have time for that. Like it's always something. Well, when they go to sleep at night, even if it's for 30 minutes before you clean up or before you go to bed, just take a little bit of time for yourself. For yourself. And I mean, embrace that time and own it. Make it yours. And there's different times that you can do it. Like when you're taking a shower. If you're taking a shower and it's a 15-minute shower or whatever, just embrace that time that's yours. And think of things that you want to do and think of a plan of how to get there. Like what goals, who can you ask to help you, because it's hard to do things by yourself. It really is. And when I was going through that journey by myself, I was meeting people along the way that was helping me, you know. So ultimately, I still wasn't by myself, but the times that I would go and try to do things by myself, it'd be hard. It'd be hard. Some of them things are still incomplete to this day because it was hard to do by yourself. You need help. And I mean, if you can't get help, maybe it's just not that time, that moment. You have to be patient. And that's why patience is a virtue, because that waiting, especially if you're chasing your dream and you're going after your purpose, then you don't know what's next and all that. It's hard. It's hard. That patience is hard. But you know what you're capable of. You know what your dream is, your vision is, and what you see. Because most people ain't going to see what you see. Like me, I dream big. Some of my dreams are far-fetched, but the dream that I have for myself, I see it. I know it. I own it. Most people can't see it, and I don't fault them for that. I don't fault them for that because I see it. And if I'm willing to put in the work, the dedication, and the focus, and stay consistent with it, I know what I can do, you know. And everybody has got to feel like that about their own craft. Like, even if you have a 9 to 5, maybe when you get home and you're so exhausted, maybe you can work out something and talk to your bosses. Like, okay, if this job, if we holding steel and we working in a warehouse, well, you know what that job is. You know how much it wears and tears on your body. Then you're going to have to make plans to be like, okay, what type of job pays this same, but just less wear and tear on my body, and make that change. It's going to be scared. It's going to be different. Change is always hard. It's always hard, but it's necessary. It's going to happen. That's why a lot of people are going through it right now. And 2020 is forcing change. It's forcing change. Whether you want change or not, it's forcing. And I mean, some people ain't ready, and that's why they're going through depression, or even, matter of fact, now that I think about it, Day, I'm going to call you when I finish this video. But yeah, I say that because in Chicago, it's rough up there. I mean, it's rough in a lot of cities, but them boys are going through it. And I mean, 25-year-old, last night, he killed himself, last night. Just had a baby in July? He's gone. Last Facebook post was, alright, it's been a good one. Deuce. That social media, that's another thing. Like, people gotta take a break from the social media. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You can't stay on there the whole time. That's with any outside forces. Whether it's the news, TV, computers, any electronics, all that. Like, there's gotta be a limit on it, because it can create depression. Whether you don't think you see these beautiful people or these beautiful places and you long for those things and want them, even if you don't want those things. You see some shoes or funny little jokes and all that stuff that people put on there, and they in a nice house or a nice whip and all that stuff. It creates things, you know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got it, it had that disappointment and all that, or it may cause you to go rob, steal, kill, or something like that, you know. So just put a limit on it, you know what I'm saying? Don't go overboard with it. I mean, Snapchat and Instagram and all that is fun, because I got it. I'm on Facebook and all that. I'm on YouTube, So, um, I don't know. I just think if you're on it 24/7, you become a zombie to it. And those things, at the end of the day, they're businesses. You know what I'm saying? So they're made to keep you engaged. And it'd be so many times I'd be in places like when we was in Puerto Rico. I'm seeing people like this, just down on their phones. Wait a minute, it's beautiful out here. It's beautiful, and y'all looking at y'all phones. What? We in Aruba. I'm walking around Aruba, and I'm just like, man, feel the breeze, feel the breeze. And I still see folks like, hey man, my phone moving slow. What? You're in a beautiful place. Embrace it. Live that moment. A lot of people need to live the moment instead of looking for the next moment. Enjoy that moment. The journey that took that to get to that moment, you gotta embrace that journey because it might not have been easy to get to that moment. I know it wasn't for me to get to Aruba. That was hard work. But when I got there, I embraced it, and I enjoyed it. Lived in that moment for real. Made some real good memories. But so yeah, take a little me time. Take a little me time. Discover what you want and who you are. And I know some people will say you gotta break cycles, but it's a cycle for a reason. Cycles are not easy to break, just like change. Change is not easy. 90% of the people that have New Year's resolutions don't finish them. They don't last that long. I mean, it's because it's a lifestyle change. And it's hard. It's not easy, But at a certain point, you're not going to have a choice. And that's what I was telling my coworkers. I had got to a point to where, yeah, I had family members and friends telling me they love me and they want to see me do good, but I wasn't feeling fulfilled. So the more they poured in my cup, it was just coming out the bottom. Just coming out the bottom. Just anger, rage. I ain't showing it to nobody. But I tried to figure it out. Like, okay, I gotta figure this out. Questioning everything. I was questioning everything. Every person. Looking into all different types of methods of what I can find. Like questioning God. Yeah, I was questioning. I was like, why would you put a person through this if I'm your son? Like, I questioned. I even turned the route and went to astrology and numerology and palmistry. And not to say that those things are bad, because some people classify those things as taboo. Once I ventured into it, I figured I was supposed to. It was the route I was supposed to go. And when I came back, God embraced me with open arms, and I was a whole lot wiser and smarter. You know what I'm saying? And now I know something about those, what they call taboo cults or whatever. I don't think so. I think it's all a circle. You know what I'm saying? It's all here for a reason. Everything's here for a reason. It's how you use it and utilize it. But yeah. So I'm always spiritual because I was raised in the church, a Baptist church. I was born in Louisiana, and we was made to go to the church, So when I got on my own 2 feet and hitting struggles and all of that, and I'm just like, man, where's the glory at? But I just told you, I went to Puerto Rico, Cancun, Mexico, Jamaica, like all these places, blessings, because it kept the faith. And I know God is real because of the things that He's kept me from and the things that I've been through. I was in a car that flipped over 7, 8 times. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still here to talk about it because I'm here for a reason, And nothing can shake that faith. I know for facts that if God wasn't there with me, having me spiritually protected, I wouldn't have been able to go to all those places by myself. By myself, you know. It was times where I was in crowds and all of that, and I felt like I was protected, and it was because I was. It's because I was. There was times I was in hostile areas or considered bad hoods, and I was okay. I made it out of them, you know what I'm saying? And those are blessings, definitely blessings. But at the same time, it gave me some experiences, you know. And I think that's what life is all about. I think life is just a collection of those of experiences that you go through. As for me, I like to know and learn all the time. And if you got something for me to learn, and it clicks with me and it makes sense and all that, I'm like, oh yeah, well, let me do it. Let's try it. Give it a try, you know. See if I like it or not. It sounds good. So, you know, you never know unless you try. Trial and error is one of the biggest things that you can do, trial and error. Because you're trying. And there's nothing worse than trying. I mean, well, the only thing worse than trying is not trying. So, you at least want to try. And as far as change, though, it's hard. I'm not even going to say it's easy. Trying to break cycles and habits and all that you've been doing for maybe 15, 20 years and all of that, it's hard. It's hard. But it has to come to a point, and you want to get it before it gets to a point to where there is nowhere but up to go. Like, you don't want to be on the very, very bottom. But I've noticed that a lot of people that gets to the point of their getting them in their purpose, they did touch the bottom. Like, for me to be on here talking to you guys right now, it took a lot for me to get on here. Even though I like talking to people and all that, like, I went through some major things, major shifts in my life, you know, to cause me to come on here and be confident enough to even talk. Just, you know, I think learning from all those different experiences and mistakes and good things and risk that I was taking and all that, I think that's what brought me to this exact moment. And during the bad moments, like I said in the beginning, assigning a positive connotation to it, a positive meaning to it. When it was happening, I'm like, nah, this was meant to destroy me. This was meant to break me down. But no weapon can kill you. It can't destroy you. It'll hurt you, but it ain't gonna destroy you. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep the faith and stay on your purpose, because being on your purpose ain't easy. There's going to be so many distractions and things that knock you off, but you'll know when you're on your purpose because that's all you'll think about. It'll keep you so busy and everything, but you won't be tired. You won't be exhausted. You'll be loving it, you know what I'm saying? And you will feel fulfilled. You'll feel fulfilled. Like me doing this YouTube thing, like, it fulfills me. When I see people liking it or just looking at my videos and all that, like, it makes me feel like I'm giving back to people, and that's all I want to do is help people. And I just kept trying to figure out a way, how can I help people? So I did the Where's Charlie, just to show people that you can be happy and all of that, but people that see me in real life, like, they want to hear it. They want me to tell them how to be happy, and I can't tell you how to be happy. Only you can make you be happy, because I don't know what fulfills you. Like, I'm not a psychologist. I ain't licensed for that or nothing. I'm just a regular person like you. But I have had a lot of experiences in a lot of different things. So maybe I can relate to you. And maybe I can't. Maybe I know somebody that can relate to you. And maybe steer you in the right direction, or somebody to talk to or whatnot, you know? Or sometimes I just listen, because I am a great listener, you know? To talk to people, you gotta listen. And that may be just what a person needs. Talking. Let them run, get it out. They make an epiphany in their own head because they hear it. You're hearing it now. Now you're making your own ideas as you're hearing it come out. It's becoming real. You know? That's why they say write down your goals and affirmations and make vision boards and all of that. It works. Trust me, it works. Because when you see this goal and you're pushing forward and closer to it, you know, I didn't think I was going to have 50 subscribers, and I'm already past it. So once you surpass a goal, you're like, wait a minute, it's really happening. Like, it's showing. It shows itself. Like, it really proves that whatever your purpose is, and you know that's what you're here for, you focus on it, work on it, and conquer obstacles, complete small goals, eventually you'll see the rewards. I mean, it doesn't take much to get me happy, and I mean, I'm like, oh yeah, let's push forward, let's keep going, you know. I'm excited, I'm pumped, put this energy in there, you know, and that's what keeps me happy. And that's what I was telling them. Like, I work in insurance, and that's not the part that gets me happy. That just pays me. It's me connecting with people, me talking to people, me uplifting people, me giving people my story, you know. That's what fulfills me and everything. And it makes me smile, you know. Even if I tell stories about me flipping over and all that, and people laughing, or me wrecking on a bicycle when I was younger, or anything, them pains and things that you had to learn, those are experiences that I'm sharing with other people. And even if they ain't do nothing like that, now they can share that experience with me, you know. And vice versa. Maybe I haven't been snowboarding in the Alps, or what's that? What is it? It's, skiing. I don't know the phrase, but all of that, like skydiving and all that stuff, like things I have never done, and talk to somebody that has done it and their experience and everything. Then, not to say that I can feel like, oh yeah, I can feel the wind going down your face and everything. No, but just to hear their story about the excitement, the adrenaline that they got and all of that, that's enough for me to be like, yep, I don't want to have that experience. But if somebody likes that adrenaline, then yeah, it might convince them to be like, you know what, I'm going to take this step. I'm going to jump out the plane. I mean, not to say that I won't ever jump out the plane, because I might do that one day. But it sparks an idea, and, you know, somebody will be able to gravitate to it. Somebody can relate to what you got to say, what you have done, or lived through, or witnessed. You know, every person got a story to tell. It's just how you tell it. Some people are good writers. Some people don't want to tell their stories, you know. And that's good too. Everybody has different routes and purposes and all that. Maybe you're telling your story to your family member, and your family member tell it to their coworker, and their coworker tell it to one of their college buddies, and next thing you know, the story is a movie, and you're like, how did this movie come out? This ain't just like our family. That vibration carried all the way around, just from one person. Just one person. Whether you wanted it to go that way or not. That's just like 2020. Like, it's making change. Whether you want it or not, it's going to force it. And it's better to be prepared than not be prepared. And even if you're not prepared, it's still better to take steps forward to at least cushion different blows that you're going to take and all that. Because for some people, it's looking like it's going to be a rough year. It's looking like it's going to be rough. But this is just the beginning. Like I said, this is the 16th day of 2020. 16th. So, if you just started today of writing down your affirmations, writing down the things that you like or you want to see change, or you want to see manifest in your life, like you want to see come up in your life, write it down. And then see what the necessary things realistically it takes to obtain it. Like, you can't write down, I want a Bentley, and not be willing to put in the work to get to that Bentley. Like, first, you gotta know, do you know anybody that has a Bentley? Like, you can look on Instagram and Facebook and all of that and see Master P and all of them with Bentleys and stuff, but do you know how they got there? Like, are you willing to put in work like them? Mimic their strategies and things that they did. Because some people's strategies and stuff, the way that they came up, you can't duplicate that. That was just their path. And you got to know your path, and the doors will open when you go on your path and you know your purpose. Because sometimes you may think that you're on the right path, and just because a door closed, that doesn't mean that that's not your path. Because another door will open if it is the right path that you're supposed to be on. And if it's not, then you'll know. You'll be getting signs and signals everywhere. And you'll keep going in the same cycles, ending up in the same spots, being around the same environments and all of that, because it's not the right path. And until you get on it, and some people may never get on the right path. I mean, that's why everybody has a place. Everybody has a place. And that's why you have free will and choice. You have a choice. You can just sit back and take these blows and, remain where you at. And feel the way that you feel. I mean, but just like I know. Like right now you're angry and sad, depressed and all that. So you don't like the feeling. You don't want to feel that feeling. So you want to change it. You gotta start with you first. Start with you. What can you do for yourself to make you happy? I know me just I was trying to go to the gym 6 days a week. Super skinny. What I need to go to the gym for. But I like lifting the weights. I like running and all that stuff. I like sitting in the sauna and getting jacuzzis and all that. I like it. The only thing about me is eating. Gotta eat. That's the whole thing. What am I gonna do to change that? To eat. Just develop an eating plan. Talk to somebody that looks how I want to get to, and ask them how they did it. What was their meal plan? Their prep? Did they take any additives and sedatives? And what was it? What was their regimen? Because you're gonna run a routine. When you're in your purpose and you're following your path, you're gonna develop a routine. Like, it's gonna get you into a motion of where things flow, where it starts to flow. And that's not to say that you ain't gonna have no kinks and bruises, because that's how you learn and that's how you do grow. You grow from the bumps and bruises and red lights. Like, you push the limit until you hit the limit, and then you figure out a way to either go over that wall or around it or under it, and then you break through. And then you go as hard as you can until you get another wall. That's what life is about. Accomplishing your goals and reaching your success. And that's the way to do it. But we all know that there's bums out there. They gave it up. But I talked to a lot of them. Well, not a lot of them, just a few. Like even when I was in San Diego, I talked to a bum. Man was brilliant. He was brilliant, and he gave up the rat race. You know, worked in the stock market. He did his thing, and he just didn't want to do it no more. So he wanted to go off the grid, and that's fine. Go off grid. That's what you wanted to do. And I mean, if he probably wouldn't have went off the grid, I probably wouldn't have met him. I know that's not my path is to go off the grid, but knowing him, it changed my perspective of a homeless person. Because not all homeless people are bums. Some of them choose to be that way, whether the people think that way or not. So they would choose it. And that's just their pattern. They're there to maybe enlighten, or you never know what their purpose is. Maybe they're there to go and talk to the other homeless people, you know, to push them in certain ways and paths. I know just me talking to that one particular homeless person changed my perspective about bums, about homeless people. You know, like they all not dumb or don't know anything or just outcasted from society. No, some of them choose. You know, it's all about perspective. It's all about perspective. So, after your purpose and you created your routine, you know yourself, you know your worth, you know your purpose and all of that. The last thing that I did was shared it. I shared it. All the things that I learned, been through, going through, trying to build. Talk to my close friends about ideas of future goals and things that I can reach. See what their ideas are and build on it. And build on it. And keep building on it. You know. Even if you are an introverted person or a person that doesn't have friends or family members, if that's the case, there's still a community for everybody. For everybody. You just gotta reach out and put yourself out there to get it. Not to say that, you know, some people that be like, I don't need no help for nothing. But let's just say you're a tech and you online. You know how to do tons of code, you know how to build video games and all of that. There's a community of people just like it. Maybe you have a smarter, faster way of doing it. You just put your code in a little message board or whatever, and then you leave for maybe a week or two. You come back and check that message board and you see 1,500 comments and likes and all of that. That's your community. Those are people that can relate to what you just did. They can understand it and they can relate to it and attach to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Not to say that it's easy. I don't think any person that is doing their purpose or get to doing their purpose to their path took an easy route. Like, I think it's those struggles that make you get to the point to where you're all in. And I think that's the only way you're going to be able to get to your true purpose is going all in. Like, finding out what completes you, what fulfills you, what makes you happy, and then give it back. Like what it is that you do that makes you happy, that's good, and do it. Now, not to say that, if what you do, you know, that fulfills you is to torment people or tie people up or anything like that, like, there's a community for that though, for real. But for real though, you know, just like-minded, you'll find like-minded people to experience any type of experience you're trying to get to. You know. But ultimately, what I had to tell my coworkers and what I tell you guys, um, know yourself. Know what you're capable of. Protect your energy. Because when you're on your purpose, there's going to be distractions and people and all types of temptation to throw you off your path. So you got to know yourself. Protect your energy. Because when you're moving and things start to speed up, because when you're in your purpose, things start to speed up and start to come fast, and people try to attach. They try to attach because they see you moving in a way that they want to attach to it, you know. But they didn't put in the work. They're not ready for what you're ready for. Then it's going to drag you down, and you're going to fall back into a cycle. But now there are going to be people that's coming along the way that is going to help you and push you and move you into different directions and sights you never seen or seen coming or push forward. And you let them come and embrace it. You know? There's people coming to help you, and there's people coming to try to bring you down. So you got to be ready. You know? Yeah. Know yourself. Protect your energy. Get on your purpose. Make a routine of it. And you know, communication is the key to success. So, I think those are the tools that I use to stay focused and keep going on my path and try to complete my purpose, you know, and I'm feeling very fulfilled while doing it. So, it's been a long journey, and I know it's a lot more ahead, and I'm excited to get on this journey and see everything, you know, experience it, and I just encourage others to do the same, you know. So when my coworkers or people that are around me, they feel my energy and they ask me, why you so happy? It's because I'm doing my purpose and I'm feeling fulfilled. So I like what I'm doing. And a lot of people don't get to do what they, they like. They have to settle for what works and all that, you know. And sometimes we gotta use that to get to not lose focus. It's never too late. Never too late to start. So I just wanted to inspire people to keep pushing on, you know. And if you want better and change, plan it out. Look at other people that's in the position that you want to get in, and find a mentor, somebody that's been there and done it. They can maybe, tell you the path to get on, and ride it out. Yeah. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Louisiana Hot Sauce out. Yeah.